Right, this is a video for a Lexus RX 300 SEL, which is the top of the range car. Car's finished in astral black, as you can see. 54 plates with 73,000 miles on the clock and a full service history. Car's absolutely lovely, but I'll just go around the car for you. Basically, lenses on this side, all absolutely fine. Bonnet generally is in very good order. Any stone chipping is very, very minimal indeed. There's obviously got one or two, but they're very, very light. Offside front wing is pretty much without a mark. Can't see anything on there. And we've got a Bridgestone Potenza tyre, very good quality make on the front with tons of tread. And front alloy generally very good because they can suffer very badly on the Lexus actually. But this one's pretty good. It's just a bit of curbing around the outside edge of the wheel there, which, given the age of the car, is very, very minor indeed. Come down the flanks, I'll just show you an angle because it'll be into the sun the other way, but it's very, very, very crisp and clean, this the flanks of the car. I can't see any obvious indentations in there, car parking dinks or otherwise. So the paintwork's in fabulous order, notwithstanding that there will be the odd mark somewhere. Again, Bridgestone Potenza on the back, rear alloy looks pretty, it's absolutely superb condition, it really is. They're really fabulous looking cars, they really are. Come around the back, rear bumper again, very, very good order indeed. And then near side of the vehicle, again, really crisp. Can't see any really obvious indentations on there anywhere. Again, Bridgestone Potenza on the back, again, tons of tread and alloy. And again, very, very good indeed, just with a little bit of curbing on the outside edge of the rim there. Obviously near side of the car is one that's most inclined to take any marks or otherwise. And then so the rest of the flanks, really, really good indeed. And final, Bridgestone Potenza, always a very good sign of ownership, maintaining the very highest quality tyres on the car. And the front alloy is in superb condition, just a tiniest bit of curbing on that one, and the tyres got tons and tons of tread. So it really is in absolutely fabulous order on the exterior. Okay, on the outside again, just want to show you, obviously these RXs get a power tailgate on the SEL versions. Let's see, just want to show it all in fully functional order. The interior of the car's been kept, as you'll see in the rest of the video, in absolutely superb condition. It's been given from new a boot liner in the car, which has protected the carpets underneath and kept everything in absolutely superb condition. Luggage covers there, those little clips just attached to the headrests. Where it's been cleaned, they've taken those off, but it's been kept in really, really top condition. A huge, huge boot in the back of the car as well. I'll just show you it going down, just show it all fully functional, which it is clearly. Right, come to the back of the car now. The car's finished with this really lovely two-tone interior. So you've got the sort of ivory and wood inlays, and it is an absolutely stunning condition. It really is. Huge amounts of rear legroom in the back of the car. But given the age of the vehicle, we're looking at a car that's now nearly 12 years old. The owner of this vehicle has kept the car in absolutely wonderful condition, so it really is a credit to them. Just show you the back of the seats if I can. It's just been kept so nicely. There's no skag marks on any of the door pillars, trims or otherwise, and the leatherwork is in absolutely stunning condition. It's just very, very, very rare to see one that's been kept as well as this. So coming to the front now, driver's door card again in really fabulous order. Obviously this is one that's going to take anywhere, and to be honest with this, it shows the only wear I can really find on the car on the inside. Just on there, just so you can see the silver paint, just rubbed where someone was resting their hand as they're driving along. But I mean, that is it. I wanted to show you something just to prove that it has got wear in this car. Obviously, full set of Lexus over mats on the car. Driver's seat is in absolutely beautiful, beautiful condition. It really is. I can't really sort of explain just how nicely this car's been kept. It really is wonderful. Centre storage area and front passenger seat. I wish the sun wasn't out because again it would just give a better indication just how nice this is. So inside the car now, obviously the engine's been running all the way through. I'm just going to pan around the dashboard for you. Again, in absolutely super condition there. So the mats on the passenger side. Just open the glove box here just to show you. Obviously owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key are all there and intact. Coming across the dashboard, lovely stylish dashboard. I actually far prefer it to the newer versions. I just can't quite get to that, take that one quite yet. Fully functional sat-nav system. If I pop the car into reverse, then you've got a lovely clear rear parking camera as well. Just coming down here, obviously really nicely done, really high quality controls. SEL, so you've got the Mark Levinson stereo system as well, and then you've got your height adjustment for your air suspension, so you can lower the car down for easy entry or raise it up if you're going on some sort of rockier ground. Automatic gearbox, and again everything is in just beautiful condition with the heated seat buttons there. Stowage area in the middle here, and then it's just so it kind of needs to be seen to be appreciated, really. Sorry, my shaky video. Hands-free functions on the steering wheel, so obviously audio top left, hands-free top right, and cruise control just down below that. And it's this wooden style dashboard steering wheel even, and it feels really good to hold. Coming in here, you can see their engine running, no warning lights on the car just apart from the fuel light there, and 73,603 miles. Just show you the wing mirrors folding in and out as they should. I'll do that one again on that side so you can see, but it all works absolutely perfectly. But really, you know, apart from the odd minor mark on an alloy wheel, but they're very small indeed, and that tiny bit of silver trim inside the car, you know, it's going to be a very hard man or woman who's going to, you know, find much to criticise on the car. Being in black, they will always show a few little marks on the exterior paintwork, but they're absolutely in keeping with the age of the car, and far better than most of this type and age. This is the road test, and this is a Lexus RX 300 SEL. Car's registered EN54DTF. The mileage at the start of this road test is 73,596 miles. The road test is done on the same roads, hopefully, that anyone coming to see the car and test driving the vehicle will be doing it on themselves, so it should be very representative of what you should experience yourself when you come to see the car. Reason we do the road tests is basically we're now selling to people from the whole of Europe and the extremes of the UK, and clearly if people are going to invest time, energy and money to come and see our cars, we feel as though the least we can do is to show the car in operation, the very car you're coming to see, and then I can report back on anything that I need to on the vehicle for you. So doing it in kind of the same sequence that you'll do yourself, I'll start with the engine. Clearly before we start, but obviously as you probably know from the walk around video, the car's been, you know, beautifully maintained throughout its life, so it should all be good. But starting with the engine itself, first of all, no warning lights on the dashboard at all related to the engine or anything else for that matter. The engine starts absolutely first turn of the key, settles to a very quiet, very even and subdued idle. It pulls very well. It's a beautiful engine. I've had a few of these cars, and this is no different to any of those in that respect. It's very clean revving, loads of power. Any noise it makes is kind of hushed, it's refined, but it does have a nice kind of sporty howl to it, and you put your foot down hard. But it's, you know, as an example of one, there's no rough edges to it at all. It's absolutely perfect. It's silky smooth, and you know, all the power that was there or should be there is certainly there, and it's available to you. Engine then drives through this Lexus automatic gearbox, beautifully engineered gearbox, lovely gear changes, very sort of oily in their precision, and the gear change quality is very good indeed. The standard test for any automatic, or everyone should do, is kind of when it's stationary, when you put it into drive or into automatic for put it into drive or reverse from neutral from a stand, there shouldn't be any noticeable delays or clonks when it goes in, and first to second gear change notably should be sort of very smooth as well, and this is exactly as it should be. So there's no detectable wear that I can feel in either the engine or the gearbox of the car. Gearbox suits the car absolutely beautifully, it really does. You can, as I've just done there, put it into sort of a manual mode, so I can change gear manually. So I've got a little gear readout on the right hand side binnacle here, just to sort of, so I can select the gears as I'm going along, which is quite handy. Obviously, if you're going to overtake something and you just want to zip by, but you don't want the gearbox to suddenly change up halfway through the manoeuvre, then it just gives you that control, which I think is a really nice feature, and it all works exactly as it should. Steering of the car tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no it's exactly as it should be. As I'm holding the steering wheel, I can't feel any vibration coming back up through the steering at all, and I can't detect any noticeable wear either. And the kind of things I'm looking out for, the same as you will be, is just a bit of a looseness over the years that creeps into any car, and you can just feel a little bit of kind of, a little bit of wobble, a little bit of play, which comes back through the track rod ends or ball joints or steering rack or column or whatever. But there's nothing. It's they are quite brilliantly engineered cars, and these little things that they engineer so well, and it drives. The steering on this is no different to some sort of much younger car. It's still got the a real sharpness about it. Likewise, the suspension, obviously top of the range car, so it rides on air suspension. Currently it's in this kind of the mid position as it should be. You can lower it to make getting in and out a little bit easier. You can also raise it up as well if you're going across some sort of rougher terrain. So we're just going to swing around here. And it's really well judged, the suspension of the car. It's not, it was never going to be a car that was going to be, going across rough terrain predominantly. It's not a farmer's car in that respect, but what it is, it's very capable four-wheel drive. But there's, its main purpose is get from A to B in absolute comfort, and it does a very grand job of doing that. Suspension absolutely just wafts you along. It's beautiful, and again, I cannot detect an ounce of wear. It's remarkable how well they make these cars. Really superb ride, and no cylinder roll bar links chattering away underneath or anything like that. It's just really impressive. The brakes on the car, I'm just going to give them a sharp jab in a second. So it's a good strong pedal. There's no pulsing coming back through the brake pedal. No vibrations that shouldn't be there. Again, as I'm driving along at speed, I'm just listening out for any, because obviously it's a very hushed, quiet car, so if there's any kind of seals that have broken down over a period of time, whether it be sunroof, windscreen, or windows or elsewhere, but there's none. It's exactly as it should be. It's a very civilized car, and it all seems in very good order in that respect. Looking around the interior of the car, again, really good condition. There's notwithstanding the car's age, clearly, they do build these things to a very high standard, externally and internally, as well as their mechanical stuff. What I like about this one, I'm always a bit of I've always gone for the black interiors myself. I've kind of steered clear of the lighter interiors, because most of them tend to be kind of that beige that you see. This isn't. This has got kind of like a, I don't know what they call it, kind of ivory or silver trim, which it does look really nice in the car, and adds a lot of light internally to the vehicle as well. It's very nicely done. I'm looking around the car. There's only really minimal signs of wear on the vehicle, which you're going to get on any car this age. But so there's nothing around the dashboard I can see here itself. There's a little bit of paint on the armrest down here where someone's sort of really rest your arm, but it's very small, can be touched in very easily. Everything I've touched thus far has worked exactly as it should. So you've got this nice big bold sat-nav system, nice and high up. Obviously, as soon as you select reverse, then that activates a rear parking camera, which makes parking car parks, multi-story car parks, a lot easier indeed. And if you're towing with any vehicle, then obviously you can hitch up and look like an absolute god doing it. Obviously radio CD on the vehicle. It's a Mark Levinson stereo, which again is part of the SEL spec. And again, everything works exactly as it should. It's all beautifully engineered. It really is. Coming to the main dashboard pod, you've got these kind of 3 pods, sort of almost Alfa Romeo like in the kind of way they kind of look at you. But as I said, everything works fine. All the gauges are spot on. Temperature gauge is just below half, which is exactly where it should be on a Lexus. Obviously, you've got a multifunction steering wheel. You know, but it all works really nicely. And there's sorry, I'm just going to check the wipers, because that's always the thing that really bugs me because if they smear. So I'm just going to oh god, squeaky. Well, there you go, there's off. Let's get rid of that one then. There we are. I found something wrong. I've got a squeaky wiper blade, so we're going to get rid of that straight away. That's why I do them. It's there to catch these things out. But that's a horrible sounding one. So we'll get rid of that wiper blade and get that changed over. So in essence, you know, so the purpose is, you know, is to find out little things like that. It's generally small things. You know, we do go and see the cars prior to purchase. We make sure that we buy cars which have been, you know, well maintained, and you know, Lexus are, you know, the best quality brand of all. You know, I don't care what anyone says about BMW, Mercedes or Audi. The fact is, when you're putting hard-earned money into a car, if you're buying an X5 of this age, you'd be expecting to have some pretty horrible bills. Likewise, Mercedes ML, Audi Q7s, they're great cars to drive, but you know, you've got to really budget to expend a lot of money on them. This is typical Lexus. You know, they build them to take astronomical mileages with only really just normal wear and tear items, which, you know, tyres, batteries, bulbs, exhausts, the normal stuff. But the major mechanicals are just beautifully done. So basically that brings the road test to an end. Clearly, if I've missed anything out on the road test, please don't hesitate, do give us a call, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.